Republican Texas Governor Greg Abbott is in a lot of trouble right now. The latest polls, and actually polls all the way back through June, show that a majority of people in the state of Texas do not believe that Greg Abbott deserves a third term as their governor. The latest numbers are this: 51% of registered voters in Texas believe Abbott does not deserve to be reelected, compared with 42% who said the governor does deserve a third term. In June, it was 46% said he should be reelected, 48% said he should not. So those numbers have changed, 4 points and 3 points respectively. So Abbott's numbers are getting worse. And what's interesting about the numbers getting worse is that, yes, it does correspond with the COVID numbers getting worse, but it also corresponds to Greg Abbott's signature Republican achievements. Suppressing voters in the state of Texas, banning abortions after 6 weeks, and now he's about to conduct a ballot audit at Donald Trump's request, and his voters are out there saying, "You're pissing us off. We don't want these things." That, to me, is what is truly remarkable. Yes, COVID is the biggest factor. Let's not kid ourselves here. COVID is the biggest factor. There's more than a year till the election. These numbers are not going to stay the same. But the fact that his numbers are getting worse after he throws out the red meat to the Republicans, that could be indicative of a sea change. That could be indicative of the state of Texas moving away from being a far-right state. You would think, obviously, that Texas, being a red state, once Abbott goes and enacts all these far-right policies, that his approval would go up. But it went down. It went down. I'm not an optimistic guy. And I know there's been talk of maybe Texas turning blue or Texas being more purple for years. I mean, hell, we did stories on Texas turning blue, in the near future, all the way back to 2010. Hell, I think we did it back when we were still doing Go Left TV. And it really never happened. So I don't want to jump on that, oh my God, Texas is going to turn blue thing. But I am going to say that I am optimistic with these numbers. I'm optimistic about the timing of these numbers, because that tells the story. You do all of these things that your Republican base wants. You give them everything they've been dreaming of literally for decades. You finally do it. And once you do it, your poll numbers go down. Nobody could have expected that. Certainly not on the Republican side. And what's even funnier is that you've got other governors trying to copy him now. Florida's trying to do it. So we'll see how that plays out, because we've got a governor in the same boat. Up for re-election next year, his poll numbers are tanking, his COVID numbers are rising, and he's trying to do all of these red meat conservative pieces of legislation that don't seem to be resonating with anyone. So could it be that voters are finally understanding that the Republican agenda is total crap? That once these things actually get enacted, it is going to hurt people in their state? It's probably too soon to make that diagnosis, but again, I'm going to remain positive, because it sure as hell seems like voters don't want these Republican policies, and by extension, they don't want their Republican governors anymore either. Ring of Fire has fresh content 7 days a week, so if you want to be reminded about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video goes up.